Hey everybody, this is Maddie. Let me explain these bookmarks for PI I've been working on and the reasons why. I noticed that the 2,000 meter threshold before we get uncloaked at these POCOs was not consistent. So I tested it and made bookmarks all around them. At the base of the POCO, the 2,000 meter threshold is a lot closer. As you go up the POCO, it gets farther away for some reason. What I did is I created a bookmarks along the way and a warp out bookmark way off in the distance. I manually flew my Helios to make all these bookmarks to line up. What I've created is a 500 meter a pipeline going up the POCO at a 45-degree angle. So when you come into the transfer point, you can align your ship to the warp out point. Get your ship up to max speed with your speed throttle. Once you're at max speed while cloak, you can drop your cloak, do your transfer, warp to the warp out, and you should be able to do that in 7 or 8 seconds. From the base all the way up, you'll have anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 meters to get your ship up to max speed while cloaked. I found that when I was doing PI earlier, when I was going straight in and going straight out, I would be outside of the 2,500 meter range before I could get my ship up to full speed while cloaked. This prevents that. There's a good pipeline all the way up, and I've tested this. I've watched the distances and the speed, and it works pretty good. Let me finish these bookmarks up, and I'll let you know when I'm done. So let's test this real quick.
Warp drive active.
I've also established a perch point at each customs office on the opposite end of the warp out. About 300 meters out, what you can do is you can do a false insertion with your industrial ship. You'll show up on D-scan at that POCO, and you can go do PI at another planet. It just gives the gankers more work to do to figure out where you are. Well, now I'm going to warp into the warp in point to Planet 3 POCO, see what happens.
Warp drive active.
Well, that was a good landing. I'm only 2,700 meters away. Well, I now approach my transfer point, approach location. Right-click, approach location. I'm in my Helios, so I really got to watch my speed. Okay, I'm at the transfer point. The POCO is 2,300 meters away. I am in the zone to do my transfers. What I would do now if I were in my industrial. I would align to the warp out bookmark, align to. I'm aligning to the warp out. My speed is about 30, 50. That's about what you're going to get in your industrial with a normal cloaking device. Let me try that again. I'm at the transfer point. I'm going to align to the warp out. My speed's 2300, 22, about 2300. I manually flew all the way out to the warp out, so that is a perfect straight line. I'm still maintaining 2300 meters from the POCO. Now at 800 meters from the transfer point. By now you would have been able to get your industrial ship up to max speed while cloaked. I'm still in the pipeline, 2300 meters. I'm now at 1200 meters from the transfer point. Still maintaining 2300 from the POCO. Flying out at a 45-degree angle approximately in this 500 meter pipeline. Let's warp out.
Warp drive active.
And that's it, folks.